Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 51 of Direwolf20's ServerPlay series. Little quiet on the server today. That's not a surprise at this point. 1.9, man. Everybody's working towards updating to it. All the mod developers are busy. 1.9 is not as bad an update as 1.8 was, but I mean, I think everybody just really is trying to hammer out stuff. And the good news is we've got a couple other people that are joining the server relatively soon. Top secret. You'll find out in time. 252 millibuckets of mass fabricator going. Rearranged or at least moved my oil pump because we were out of oil, of course. Actually also had to generate a new crystal because I think I left the thing on while I was gone, which was fun. But yeah, we've got a new crystal now. Everybody's happy. Everybody's having a good time. Everything's up and running again. I did disable this guy for the time being because it is creating a little bit of frame rate lag. Like tick lag, it's not generating, so I'm not worried about the server and tick rate lag. I mean, aside from the fact that I'm pretty much playing by myself. But yeah, that's not that big a deal. So, but frame rate lag, not ideal. However, today I want to work on something that I think will be cool. It's dark down here. Yoink. Should probably sleep through the night. What I want to make first is we talked about having a need for water up here. So I'm going to get a pump going. And I decided to stick with ye old industrial craft for a pump. Because I figured, why not? That would be cool, right? What are you doing? Why are you on fire? You must be a fiery zombie. And a creeper. Away! Sleeping through night. Yeah, so that's what I think. Monsters nearby. We'll create an industrial craft pump. So what's involved in making an industrial craft pump? That's the buildcraft version. That's the IC2 version. We're going to need mining pipes, which are just iron plates with a tree tap. That's easy. We're going to need a tree tap. We're going to need a basic machine casing, universal fluid cell, electronic conduit. Okay, cool, cool, and cool. So let's see. For you. And some iron plates. We're probably going to need more iron plates. Let's get our hammer out. Let's get a basic machine casing. I wouldn't mind an electronic circuit. And it looks like, to me, that we don't have any basic ones. So let's make sure we get some of this. I'll probably need to tree tap some more rubber at some point soon. Got plenty of that cooking. So let's grab like a stack of iron. How many uses on this? 43. Good enough for me. Cool. The only other thing we're going to need then is a tree tap. We're going to need 2 tree taps. That's one. Going to need more wood. There might be some hiding in here. Yeah. Can probably got that, I guess, that common treasure from the guy I just killed. So one set of these. And I just need my electronic circuit, which needs a little bit of redstone. Can really only make one of those because I'm a little bit low on stuff, but hey, a pump. Cool. Let's use fluid ducts. Probably these pressurized fluid ducts, because why not? Where is my Yeta wrench at the moment? It should be around here somewhere. It's weird. I usually have one on me, as far as I know. I don't even know where my Yeta wrench is at the moment. Ah, there it is. Cool. I was making my crystals. So that's what happened. All right, so let's get up here. Hello, creeper. Let's sleep through the night so that creepers don't sneak up on me. That would be terrible. Hopefully not monsters nearby. Where are the monsters? See you later, buddy. Still? I don't even know where monsters could be at this point. Alright, we're going to skip the sleeping through the night bit. We're going to sneak over to here and build ourselves a wall. just to be safe. So we'll do a 3x3 pool. Just going to assume that that's going to be a good idea. We will put the pump that we just made right on top. Should be relatively easy to get some power going into here. These guys can connect, right? Yes. So you've got power. Broken UI. That's okay. Assuming you have power. In theory, you should be pumping at this point. Go. Pump. Make it so. Alright. Off-camera troubleshooting while I figure out what's wrong with it. Maybe bugged? It worked in single player, though. So one thing occurs to me. Maybe there's a side to this? So what if I shift-click the top? Ha ha ha! Hey now. Figured it out. Pretty pleased. So that's cool. So that's easy, actually. So that was really quick, filled up very easily, and we didn't have to worry about powering it with anything because we already had power here. Let's get our pressurized fluid ducts now. And this guy can pretty much do that. Get a wrench him. You're going to be set to always active. And now we should get water in our ore washing plant. Perfect. So that's going to take a bit to ore wash, but that's okay. Probably going to want a few overclocker upgrades to go along with him. So do we have any handy laying around? Probably not. Really need to get some form of auto crafting going on. That would make my life a little bit easier. There's a couple methods I could probably go with. Reminder to go tap some trees in a minute. All right, so that's cool. Everything's working beautifully here. And then once we have, you know, another thing that needs water, we can pop it right here and we'll be good. Nice. So you've got that thing. You're going to thermal centrifuge. Right, it's the canning machine that I needed water for, wasn't it? Yeah. That's not a big deal. We can easily route that over. So that guy is how we're going to can our uranium, right? Once it's processed and thermally centrifuged. This is going to take a minute to heat up, I know that much. Let's grab some view. Oh good, we do have some rubber. Nice. We're going to cook up some more in a minute here, but... Three good? Doesn't seem terrible. Still slow, though, even with 3 overclocker upgrades in there. Wow. Let's throw 4 in here. Are you going to be able to handle that? Looks like it. Nice. I don't think that speeds up the heating process. And remember, you can apply a redstone signal to this to keep it fully heated at all times, but So we're getting lead and stone out of that. So we should probably do something about that. Maybe some kind of item duct system to route the lead and stone stuff into something, and maybe even a trash can. But I think stone dust is useful for a few things. CF powder, of course, and that's probably about it right now. I think there's a couple other things you can do with it, though. So let's let this cook. We'll come back in a minute to get what we need to get, and then we'll start looking at how to build a reactor once we've got some uranium that we're going to need. All right, guys, we're back. So I think one thing I'm going to want to do, be like super sure not to miss this step, guys. Trust me, you don't want to experience the death that uranium causes. I'm pretty sure now that I'm wearing this full suit of armor, I can handle uranium. Nice. I did just throw a few more pieces of uranium ore in there, and you can see it's reheating the thermal centrifuge. I put a lever on there. I haven't turned it on yet. Considering doing that. Let's take a look. Uranium. So we're going to want enriched uranium nuclear fuel, which is a combination of the 238 and the 235 uranium. Boom and boom. Cool. So that goes in there. We get about 5 of those so far. We should probably have a special chest specifically for uranium. So let's do that. And you can output South side, south side, south side. So that's going to take a minute before it starts outputting, but that should work, and it'll go into the chest directly. Cool. And then we'll look at maybe auto-crafting the enriched fuel. We'll see. I'm not sure if that's going to be necessary or not. Next thing I want to work on is compressing this. So compressor, go. In theory. Maybe it doesn't need to be compressed anymore. Maybe it goes directly into the canning machine. So let's see. I feel like I'm so slow without my usual fun stuff. All right, so the fuel rod, if I remember, the fuel rod was, I think it's a metal plate in the metal former on this mode. So let's get a few of those. Pretty sure that's correct. Yes, fuel rods, cool. All right, and then we should be able to canning machine this, right? So just fuel rods here, enriched uranium here. I think the progress bar might still be broken, so we'll see if this works. Yes, nice. Okay, cool. Well, that's fancy. Now, do these stack is like the next important question. So one, I'm going to leave it in. Oh, they do. That is awesome. Stacking nuclear components. That was the biggest headache in the past. Trying to get these guys to behave, and without proper inventory space, you'd constantly be like struggling. So that's cool. I wish I had some kind of armor stand. Like, I know there's the vanilla one, but like, yeah. I don't think it's easy to take armor on off that thing. I'll see it. I'll look into it. It would be nice to like put your armor on stuff. But for now, we've got 5 uranium fuel rods. So next step is we're going to want to look into the different things we can do with nuclear reactors. So there's a bunch of stuff called heat. So there's heat exchangers, there's reactor plating, there's heat vents, and basically we're going to jump into finding a good solution to all the headache of building a good nuclear reactor. So there's a lot of different options here. So let's figure it out. All right, guys. So it's time to start making heat vents. So we're going to want 2 components here. The reactor design that I've chosen is going to use 2 types of heat vent. First, we're going to need a component heat vent, which, as I recall, sucks heat out of a reactor and gives it to adjacent components. And then we're going to want overclocked heat vents, which will suck heat from the adjacent components and blow it out of the reactor in a very timely fashion, and it'll reduce the heat pretty quickly. So those of you who kind of maybe forget how reactors work in industrial craft, here's the gist. As I'm crafting, I will explain it to you. The long and the short of it comes down to, we're going to need 36 of these, by the way, so we're going to need a lot more coils. Okay, yeah, we're going to need a heck of a lot more coils. Why are we struggling for power over here? I mean, I know I'm running these machines, but that shouldn't be a problem. Oh, good, that's done. I think I have enough uranium for at least 1 iteration of the reactor, which is kind of cool. You, sir, are... Okay, you're full, and that's why you're not running. That's okay, I'll let that be. No, I'll let you macerate, that's okay. Let these machines kind of stop running, and maybe this guy will be okay then. Not sure why he thinks he's special. And we'll put this stuff away too while we're at it. Cool. Hopefully there's room in here for that stuff. Yes. All right, so running a reactor requires heat, which is pretty tough. Not too tough, but, you know, it's definitely a little bit tricky. It will generate all kinds of heat, and if it gets too hot, it explodes, which nobody wants to see happen. So basically, our plan then is we're going to get a bunch of tin item casings while we're at it. Nice. Cool. And we can get basic heat vents. Cool. So that'll give me 9 of those guys. We're going to want, in total, 36. So we're about a quarter of the way there. The first set that I'm going to get, I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, of the component heat vents. So those aren't too bad. We're going to need some iron bars, and we're going to need some more iron bars. So let's make sure we have like at least 2 stacks. We're probably going to need a few more. You're going to need a lot of components to build this. Luckily, these components don't get used up, like at all. So that's good news. And then we're going to need some more iron plates. Cool. Here I am, having used up all my iron already. So basic heat vent, that gets us 9. Turn that into a component heat vent. We're going to need some tin plates. So we'll just get as much as we need for now. That'll probably be good. So that's 9. Okay, they do not stack. So let's jump downstairs and start up. And that makes sense because they really shouldn't stack. So we're going to lay these out. This is a reactor design I chose, and I kind of say this a lot when I'm building reactors. There's a lot of complex math behind this, and it really makes for building some really cool reactors. And I think I personally like the mechanic because it means that if you're good at figuring out good reactor designs, you can come up with some good stuff. But if you're not up for that, then there is absolutely the opportunity to go ahead and look on the Industrial Craft forums. There's tons of resources there for people who aren't quite so good at math, like yours truly. And just, you know, I'd like a quick and easy way to get some reactors up and running. No problem, Direwolf. We got you covered. So Industrial Craft forums is the place to go to get that going. So we're going to need... So let's see. That's going to give me 4 more of those. And that's, I think, exactly what I need. Cool. Yes. So that is the dozen or so that I need of those guys. So we're halfway-ish towards how many heat vents we're going to need. So those 2 are going to go here and here. And this is like a medium output design. In total, it's going to wind up around 360 RF a tick, in theory. And it's not like a crazy expensive design. And it's safe as well, because I only build safe reactors. I don't even want to risk explosions. We built the reactor room in case it explodes, but I really don't want that to happen, because you notice all the components that I'm crafting right now? A little bit pricey. So really not a fan of that. Cool. So that is good. We've got one more heat vent that's going to turn into an overclocked heat vent here in a minute, but I just want to make sure that we do have, yes, that's laid out exactly the way it should be. So let's get overclocked heat vent ready to go. So the overclocked heat vent is going to require gold plates around copper plates around a heat vent. Cool. So we're going to need even more copper. We're going to need even more hammers. That works for me. So to begin with, we're going to do that. And then we're also going to want like a stack of gold or so. So in total, I think it's right around 16 that we're going to want of this. So that shouldn't be a problem. So overclocked heat vent. Is it 16? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It's a little bit more than 16, but we'll craft more as needed. So we'll place down our first overclocked heat vent here. Just for my own, I don't think I can put non-reactor components in there at this time. I was gonna, you know, space out where I was gonna have stuff. Let's see. I think at this point it's mostly waiting for these to come through. So let's come back in a minute after I finish crafting, and I'm gonna get the remaining heat vents that we're gonna need. So I'll be right back. Oh, and just for the record, it looks like gold, the overclocked heat vents do stack, which is exciting. Wonder if I can put... Yeah, no. They won't stack inside the reactor, which is good because you don't want that. But that's pretty cool. All right, just wanted to let you guys know about that coolness. We'll be right back. All right, unless I'm mistaken, per my math, I think I'm ready here. This might be the last set that I need to craft. 8 more of you. And then the golds. Nice. All right. So dropping down. Definitely did not drop down correctly. Let's try that again. It's the funny thing about Blink. If you miss, it hurts. Not that bad. So that's pretty much it. So these 4 go here. Oh, I need one more. That's it? Just one more? I think that's correct. And then we've got space for 1, 2, 3, 4, Oh, I did something wrong. Hold on, what did I do wrong? These guys go here. That's correct. Cool. All right, and then 4, 4, 2, 2, 4, 4, and the middle line here is empty. That's on purpose. All right, cool. So then all we need is a little bit more of you. We need one more. So I was close. So 2. 1. 1. Copper is going to be 8. I need one more piece of copper. And do me a favor, guys. Let me know if you're experiencing frame rate lag. I'm getting a little bit, and I'm not sure if it's coming through on the video or not. I think I've tracked it down, but I'm not sure. So let me know if A, you're getting frame rate lag right now, and B, if you were getting it earlier in the video. And just let me know, because I think it is a little bit stuttery, and I'm trying to track down the source. It's difficult. I think it's these guys flickering on and off. And I'm going to have to implement something to pretty much measure the amount of EU in the MFSU and only turn these on when needed. But we're going to want to do that anyway because reactor chamber, right? So, because reactor chamber won't auto shut off, as far as I know, unless that's changed. We'll find out. So now we should be able to get fuel rods, and we're going to combine these with iron plates. So I think I need 12. So we're going to do this, this, and this, and that'll get me dual fuel rods. Nice. Very cool. Put these away. That should be cool. Let's clean up this. Looking good. Let's go downstairs and give this thing a try. Now I believe it's still going to require a redstone signal, but you never know. We're in 1.8. Things might have changed. Nuclear reactor in EU mode. Throttled output by 50%. Okay, cool. So this is the design that we're going to put here. And that, as far as I can tell, is the proper design. So generating EU from the uranium should generate lots of heat. Placing EU rods or uranium rods next to each other will amplify the amount of EU they can produce per tick, but it'll also amplify the amount of heat they produce per tick. But the overclocked component vents will take heat from the reactor and vent it to the adjacent overclocked heat vents. So the component heat vents take it from the reactor and shove it into the overclocked heat vents, and the overclocked heat vents dump it out into the atmosphere, as far as I remember. Pretty sure that's right. Should we try turning it on? I think we should. So for now, we're going to go with a very simple lever equals it's on. Is it running? Output 360 EU per tick. Nice. Cool. Output 0 EU per tick. Perfect. That's what I wanted to see. Notice the core temp did not rise either. So that's good. The next thing we'll probably want to do is, how am I for diamonds? Because I'm going to want probably an MFSU to accept all this power. I mean, we're producing 360, right? The MFE 512 is where it's at. So we could go with an MFE, but having an MFSU would be nice too. Well, I could go MFE. MFE should work. That shouldn't be a problem. I'd still like the diamond thing though. So let's get another MFE that we can charge up. So it's going to be 4 energy crystals, which, as I recall, is 4 diamonds makes a crystal, right? So we're going to need 16 diamonds. Ouch. I don't have quite as many diamonds as I would have hoped to have had at this point in my career in Minecraft, but such is life. So 16 diamonds. If I clear this out, you can start processing, right? And we'll put this in later. So you're going to process. Back in a minute, going to make the MFE off camera. And then the other thing I want to make, I want to investigate making just a little bit of glass fiber cable. Haven't decided how much, but that requires Energium dust too. And it's 2 Energium dust per glass fiber cable, which is 4 diamonds. Oh no, well that gets me 9 Energium dust. Okay, so that's not the end of the world, but still expensive. So we'll see. So 4 gets you 2, basically, right? So 4 diamonds get you 2 glass fiber cables. That's really not much. How much can gold do again? Gold is 512, right? But it has not the greatest amount. 128 on insulated, that. 512 on insulated, that. But the energy loss is a little bit there. We'll think about it. All right, if I'm not mistaken, MFE, energy crystals, insulated cable, hooray! Cool. Get some of this. I think I just dropped some rubber in here. I did go harvesting rubber between segments there at some point. Did I tell you guys that I learned that there's no longer a thing or such a thing as double insulated cable? It's just there is or there isn't, right? Like, so there's no longer doubling the insulation. So haven't entirely decided how I want this hooked up. I'm thinking maybe in the wall here. Might not be a bad idea. That could be cool, right? And we're probably going to want to go underneath. So let's do this. I'm probably going to want right underneath the reactor here. And boy, does that take a long time to break. Did I put 1 or 2 layers underneath? I guess we'll find out. Good, just 1. Cool. So that should make it easy to find, right? Let's light it up down here so the YouTube audience can see. Nice, there's that. So we're gonna wanna break this block. And I think we're gonna wait till next episode to automate turning it on and off, but at the very least we'll have the ability to get power in here. Sweet. Cool. Now, did you get residual power? No. So I'm guessing there's no internal buffer, which is fine. Reactor on. Getting RF. Nice. Or EU, I mean. Let's check this. 360 EU per tick. That's cool. I guess it's short enough. I'm not sure what the length is, but I guess we didn't use enough insulated cable to hit that energy loss system, which is pretty awesome. So we're generating 360 EU per tick, and we're receiving 360 EU per tick, according to this dude. That is awesome. That is very awesome. Okay, so off and nice. All right, so we've got a nuclear reactor. Ha ha, oh, what's up? We will come back next time, consider how we're gonna manage this power system going forward. So what we'll probably wanna do is maybe run some more gold cables to get the power up there. We can get rid of this whole thing. I believe that under certain circumstances, my semi-fluid generators are flickering, and that might be causing some of my frame rate lag. And if that's the case, I don't like that. So we're going to see if we can get rid of them and see if that is, in fact, the case. I don't know for sure. But for now, Darwell20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We'll come back next time. We'll automate somehow. I haven't figured out exactly how yet. The reactor turning on and off. And we'll do a couple other things. All right, guys. Take it easy.